Hi everybody, I'm wanting to update you today about some amendments the ministry has made to regulations. The intent has been to provide agencies with some flexibility by allowing some to approve departures to regulations during the period of the pandemic. Now, these amendments officially became effective May 8th. However, we were only advised of them formally on May 28th, and many agencies, including ours, have already been operating under some of these changes because we've had to during this pandemic. So specifically, the temporary amendments allow for approved departures in the following situations. So where we are required to do in-person home visits and private meetings with children and caregivers, including kin, adoptive, and foster caregivers, and also in those situations where a child in care is required to receive an admission medical or dental or follow-up treatment or psychiatric assessment. So any approved departures in these situations have to be reviewed and approved by a supervisor, and they must be documented. And if you look at the email attached to this video, there's details around what's required to be documented in the approved departure. And we also have attached the regulations so you can see there for more specific detail. So the ministry, although they've approved these amendments, are very clear that where we can do in-person visits, we should be doing them. And this is becoming a stronger and stronger message as the province begins to reopen. So when you think about it, we're allowed to go to hair salons, outdoor patios, shopping malls, playgrounds. So the ministry's message to us is you really need to be doing in-person visits at this point in time. And that lines up with the changes we've made that we've talked about in town halls, and it will line up with our post-June 19th plan. The ministry has also temporarily extended the period of time that a child or youth can remain in the home of a family or community member that's been designated as a place of safety before we have to comply with licensing requirements. So the time has been extended from the current 60 days until the end of the 60th day following the day on which the pandemic emergency is terminated. Again, we're required to document any requirements that we didn't meet within the current 60-day requirement and why. And while we are not being able to do in-person access, we should be making sure that we're increasing our contact virtually with the child and caregiver. And as always, the ministry's message to us is where you can meet current requirements and regulations, that the expectation is that we do so. So as I said, there's a summary email attached to this, as well as the regulations, so you can read those for more detail. And if you have any questions, your service directors are available for consult. Thanks, and take care, everybody.